Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 6 of our Sapphire series. And in this episode we're going to be introducing our newly created module, and it is called monoxity.db. And this is just a simple SQLite wrapper, very similar to other wrappers out there. There's many of them, NB, quick.db, etc, etc. But we've made our own monoxity.db, and that's what we'll be using in our series regarding databases. So we'll go ahead and install that. That is npm I monoxity.db. That's that done. Now in our package.json we have monoxity.db, but it has two dependencies that you need to install, which is sqlite and sqlite 3. And there you go. Okay, so today in this video we're going to be making a simple command that checks the message count of a user, and we'll be using a database to obtain this information. So remember in episode 1 we extended the Sapphire client. You're now about to find out why. So here's what we want to do. We want to import MonoxityDB from monoxity.db. And what we need to do is add a declare module, and it's going to be @sapphire/pieces. Then within this we're going to have interface container, and here is where we can declare our types. So in this case I want to have a db variable within the container, and that type is going to be MonoxityDB, like so. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Just before we log into the client, we're going to declare this. Wait, is it just... yeah, it's just container. Oh, you have to import container from Sapphire framework. So it's going to be container.db equals new MonoxityDB, and we can declare some options, and within the options we can leave it default, or we could do like file name, and we can do DB, and then I'm just going to leave the name of the DB default. And then we could do await, container.db.connect, and we need to make this into an async function. Async goes on the other side, like so. So now we can access the DB from any file. It's accessible through this container, which is why we extended the Sapphire client, so we could do this magic. This video is proudly sponsored by HostingBot, a cheap, fast and reliable hosting company. They provide a selection of services to suit your hosting needs, including Discord bot hosting, servers and website hosting. Why should you use this company compared to other companies? That is because HostingBot does not oversell their resources, and they own their own hardware in their own data centers. With our discount code, you can host your Discord bot for as cheap as under $2. Use the code Monoxity at checkout. If you're having doubts, just look at all these happy customers. Okay, so now we're going to proceed and make a new listener, and it's going to be called message create.ts. Now, similar to how the ready event is made, we're going to do import listener, and we also want to import message because that's what gets returned when doing a message create event. Okay, so was it a default class or normal class? It was a normal class. So export class message create listener extends listener. Then we take a public constructor. My cat is sat on my lap right now being annoying. Alright, so we want the context, which is going to be listener.context, options, which is going to be listener.options, then super context options, and I don't believe we need any, yeah, we don't need any additional options there. We can now just do public async. I'll show you why it's synchronous in a minute. Message, oh no, it's run, isn't it? Is it just run? Yeah, it's just run. And it's going to take a message within the parameters. Alright, so that's all the errors gone. Now, I'm going to ignore if it's a DM, so if there's no message.guild, or if the message author is a bot, we'll just simply return and we won't proceed any further. But now we will add data to show our message count. So first of all, we want the current message count. So current message count, which will equal to await. Is it this.container.db, and we're going to do get. Then I would like messages message.author.id, and then we're going to want a default value which will be 0. So that's going to return a number of messages. Can I declare that type right here? Yes, I can. Oh. So we've got that. Now we want to increase that by 1, which that's going to be easy enough actually. We're just going to do await this.container.db.set messages message.author.id. So we're using the same key. It's a key value wrapper. So the key is what's going to be storing our value, which we're going to define now, which is going to be current message count plus 1, like so. We want to make sure this is a number though. So yeah, why is my dog's barking? We should wrap that into a number. Alright, so now that's wrapped into a number. That is setting our message count. So there should be nothing else to do in this message create event. That's storing the data we want. I don't know why I just closed that. Oh well. We're going to create a new command now in general called messages. So similar to how we've done all our other commands, command message export class messages command extends command. Then we want our public constructor, which is going to have our context from the command context and our command options. Then we want super context options, and then from here, similar to how we do other commands, we're going to want our name description full category. So the name is going to be messages. The description is going to be see a message count of a member, and the full category is going to be general. Now we're going to again want an asynchronous function, so we're using the database stuff, and it's going to be a message run, which is going to have our message within it. Now this is going to require arguments, so let's import our arguments from the Sapphire framework and put it within our function parameters. Alright, so first of all, we want to import guild member from discord.js, and then we're going to do const member equals await args.pick. Then we want member, otherwise we'll catch it and return the message.member. So basically the author, but as a member. And then we want to get the data. So we do the messages count, which is a number, equals await, this.container db.get, messages, then we want member.id, and then the default would be 0. And then we'll just simply do return message.channel.send, and then we'll do member, let's do member.user.tag, we don't want to ping them twice, as sent messages count messages in total. Now we're going to compile with TSC and test our bot. As you can see, it created my db.db file. The file name is because in here I defined the file name as db. Now I could do another file name of your choice and it would be that.db. Alright, now we're testing. We're just going to go ahead and do hello world. That sets my message count to 2. Now this next message, because even though I'm running a command, it still counts as a message, is most likely going to increase my message count to 3. Don't do this now. Why am I not getting a response? There's no errors. Oh wait, I might know why. It's because it's the wrong prefix. There you go. I've sent 3 messages in total. And then if I was to do... Let's go random. Let's just use the bot's ID, even though it doesn't log the bot's messages. And then my message count should have increased as well. Yep. So as you can see, it's fully working. That is how we use databases, and we'll be doing more on databases in the future, and we'll make all sorts of things. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in a later episode.